No, you guys aren't hearing things or seeing things. That is rain. Yes, today's video will be all technically about braving the elements. But there are two things that I've learned from doing all these videos. One is that I know for a fact that this phone can survive being in the water. A few drops of rain are not going to hurt it. The other thing, I will do everything in my power to make sure these videos are going to get done. Because I care that much about all y'all. So with that said, good morning and happy Sunday. Yep. Here I go. Actually, the tree right there is providing enough protection for me. Why don't I just do the video right here? Yeah, but that wouldn't be fun if I did that now, would it? Plus, at least you guys get to see all the flowers that my mom and my grandmother got. And the best part is, because of the rain, I don't have to water them. So, yes. Well, as I said last night, I went to the Antique Inn, had a lovely meal. And a few hours later, I actually made myself a bonfire. I actually sat in that chair right there and watched the bonfire go. And I try and make sure I follow up on some safety, and while I didn't have much on me, the fire did last about an hour, and as you can tell, I made a little ring around the where the fire was, so if the fire spreads, it's not going to go very far. I am all about fire safety, ladies and gentlemen, because I know not to play with fire. Believe me, I've launched enough fireworks on enough 4th of Julys to know how to at least properly take care of fire, I guess. Although that does bring up a story I have for you. See, believe it or not, back when my uncle was married to his second wife, though he's actually getting married again in October, but when he was with his second wife, her family, his second wife's family, actually had a cottage right there next door. And the first summer we ever actually launched fireworks, it was actually on that dock right over there. So that summer night, it was actually my father and my uncle launching the fireworks. And so what happened is, they're launching the fireworks, and I was about, definitely more older than 13, but younger than 18. Let's say about 14, 15 maybe, I think. We've been doing it for quite a while, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. And now I just realized that I'm old. Okay, so, let's get a closer view of the dock area. So, yes, we're launching. Let me make sure you get out of the rain. So we're launching fireworks right over there, and I join them. I go and join the launch fireworks, and I launched a couple. And launching fireworks is pretty simple, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry. I'm not going to fall in the water, so you don't need to fret. With that said, we're launching fireworks, and, I walk up there, and we're having a good time. And launching fireworks is pretty simple. You have a mortar. You put the firework in, you light the fuse, get the heck out of Dodge, or at least far enough away. The firework launches up, and explodes, and you have the grand spectacle that you know that a firework is. So with that said, I had my open-toed shoes on, and there's a reason why I say open-toed shoes, because it actually gets into a safety tip that I have, is that the freakiest thing goes off where the mortar itself actually exploded. So something actually hit this big toe. And keep in mind, I'm a young, dumb, impressionable kid, and I knew enough about fire safety to know not to play with fireworks. So, being as dumb and impressionable as I was, I actually thought I lost my big toe. It literally felt like I stubbed my toe even though I didn't move my foot anywhere. And it scared the bejeepers out of me. And to put things into perspective, obviously we launched fireworks at the very edge of the dock. I'm standing right about where that flagpole is, the one where the lights are. So a fragment actually exploded from there to there. And I have no idea if you guys can actually tell if I'm holding it or not in a proper way, so if I'm not, I apologize, but yeah. It really freaked me out. But I can say this. Ever since that night, whenever we launch fireworks, I never wear open-toed shoes. That is my fire safety tip for you, ladies and gentlemen. I will say, though, as scary as that was for me, nothing was legitimately as scary as yesterday, when this phone fell in the water during the video. That freaked me out. Although that does get into another story I have. Hold that thought. There's a little bird right there. Holy cow. There's a cute little bird sitting there. Let's see if I can get a closer look before it goes away. Oh, there it goes. Anyway, I hope we got the... Oh, there's another over there. Welcome to the nature show, ladies and gentlemen, where we do nothing but watch birds instead of talking about what I was going to be talking about. A part of me kind of wants to shoot the bird away so I can continue on with the video, but okay, I think it's about to leave. Is it leaving? I can't tell if it's about to leave. And you know what? Oh, there it goes. Did it get it? Yeah, it did. It totally got it. Anyway, so where was I? Oh, yes. So, believe it or not, that's not the second time I've saved the phone from... That's not the first time I've saved the phone from this lake. The first time was actually right in here. And I gotta come clean with you, ladies and gentlemen. This video is actually take 2. Apparently my phone said my storage was full, so I had to empty some space out before I did this again. And I was almost done, too. That was the sad part. But, that said, it was summer of 2016. About, I'd say, a month and a half after my brother and my sister-in-law got married. And summer of 2016 was actually really hot up here, ladies and gentlemen. How hot was it, you ask? Well, the water level of QKA actually got so low because of it. We actually had trouble getting this thing into the water. Even when we brought the lift down to as low as it could possibly go. I'm being serious. So, we're fiddling around, trying to get the boat into the water. And my sister-in-law was sitting about, standing right around this general area. As such, she's bent over, and the phone actually falls into the water. And being the loving brother-in-law that I am, I grab my thongs, which I say thongs because that's what they're called. They're the open-toed shoes that has that thing that goes between the big toe and whatever you call the toe next to the big toe. They're waterproof, so there's that. I go in there, I go inside, put on the thongs, and I traverse underneath all that. Hey, I can see a fish down there. You probably can't, but yeah, there's actually a fish down there. Don't worry, I'm holding on this phone as fast as I can. So, yeah. I have to travel all the way underneath there. And no, you're not seeing things. Those are cinder blocks right there. See, back in the old days, to make sure this boathouse was stable, this is actually a very old boathouse. In fact, it's probably one of the only ones left in all of QKA for that matter. But, anyway, cinder blocks and cement were used in combination to use as support, particularly during the winter months, because, you know, ice can break docks and such. So, and keep in mind, I'm 6'4", and I had to go underneath all of that to get to here, grab the phone out of the water, and keep in mind, when my phone was in the water yesterday, it was probably a good, 10, 15 seconds it was in the water and it was still working? My sister's phone was in the water for about 5 minutes, and it was still working. Crazy, isn't it? So, yeah. Apparently I have the power to save phones from certain death. If only I could make money off of that. But, anyway. With that said, there is one thing I do most definitely want to clear up, and it was actually something I was going to say before this video became a part nature show, is that, hold on a second. There. Now nothing can go wrong. Is that I said in the video that I had to apologize for the time that I cursed when this phone fell in the water. Funny enough, after making yesterday's video, I actually looked at the footage itself, and it turns out the recording never picked up the curse word. Not that you guys need to know which one it is, because why would I do that? Well, okay, fine. I'm not gonna say what it is, but it rhymes with bit. With that said, I know now that if I ever do this video again, I'm going to put a towel over the floorboards. Ah, cool. Spider work. Anyway. So, my point is I'm being honest about the fact I did curse, ladies and gentlemen, but you know what? As long as you guys technically didn't hear it, I'm okay with that. In the exact same way, I'm okay with always being able to show you this. And I actually have some spider web in my hair. That's unbecoming. This view is so awesome. I can't contain my happiness. I'm able to do this, yet I don't like taking selfies. What can I say? I'm weird like that, but then again, we all are. Although, there actually is 2 stories I want to make up. Well, not make up, but actually there's really only one thing I want to say. the other thing I shared earlier on Facebook before making this video, and before cleaning up my bonfire, is that I know I have several hunting and fishing friends who occasionally watch these videos. I'm just saying, if you guys ever wanted to come up here, you got some good fishing. Food for thought. In fact, for a certain airstream named Aurora, maybe QKA could be her maiden voyage. Just saying. So, with that said, I am humbled I made this video for all of you guys to watch and enjoy today. I'm hopeful you'll have a wonderful Sunday, and that I can keep my phone out of the water before I go back inside. And remember, if any of you guys ever want to talk or chat, I'll always be here to lend an ear, and I'll always have your back. So take care. And I am really glad I have a hair appointment on Friday, because this is really starting to look shaggy. Take care, everybody.